Hey guys, I'm Kenshin and this is why you should sell your Bitcoin right after we touch this level right here in the weekly time frame shorts. And this is because of multiple factors coming into play for Bitcoin. Currently, we are in the weekly time frame shorts, and this green box right here is basically my blow off top target for Bitcoin in this cycle. So basically, what that means is that once Bitcoin reaches this level, I'm expecting a massive crash right after that, leading into the next bear market. And I'll be explaining why I think so and why, particularly at this region right here, or at the average price of 150K. And that is because if you guys zoom out in the weekly time frame charts, you guys can see that, yeah, we are here in the logarithmic chart, and we have this bottom section of the logarithmic chart, and then we have this top section of the logarithmic chart, which is marked by the red line again at this area right here. And if you guys take a closer look in history, the blow off top has always occurred at this red trend line, and that was where we faced the major blow off top. So that is why I'm predicting that the moment we touch this upper region, if you zoom out more for Bitcoin, that's where we're also expecting the blow off top to happen for this cycle, probably in late 2025. So that's around October, November, and December. We are expecting the blow off top for Bitcoin to happen at this red trend line, because historically Bitcoin has respected this trend line for multiple years. But the box, I have placed the targets just right below this red line because, of course, there's a chance that we may not exactly have the blow off top happen at this red line, at this red trend line, but rather it may happen much, much earlier. And that is why, to keep things realistic, I have set a general region for us to be extra careful, because again, I have no crystal ball, so we cannot predict the exact level where we're expecting the blow off top to happen, but we can identify general areas or regions where the blow off top can happen, and that is at around the average price again of 150K. Furthermore, if you guys take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, currently we're having a major crash. So that is great news. We have seen Ethereum have a massive pump to the upside, but again, realistically, if we do zoom out from the Bitcoin dominance, as you guys can see, in history, we saw a major alt season happen once Bitcoin touched this red box over here. And after touching that red box or this red region, that has led to a major crash for the Bitcoin dominance, which as a result has led to massive alt seasons in history. But right now, if you guys take a look at where we are in the current cycle, yes, we had a major crash right now for the Bitcoin dominance, which is great news for altcoins, but we can just make the assumption that this crash right here for the dominance could be similar to the crash we had right here before resuming the uptrend. So I just want you guys to be extra cautious right now, because again, yes, we're dumping in the Bitcoin dominance, so that's great for us, especially me who is like 90% into altcoins. But again, do not dismiss the fact that there is still a high chance or a high likelihood that we could see Bitcoin make a swift recovery in the future and continue the overall uptrend and move further into the red box before eventually having that final and major crash, ultimately activating alt season. So if we go by this scenario, by pushing further into the red box, that leads us into the late 2025s. So that's around, again, October, November, December. So basically that means that Bitcoin in the next couple of months, moving to October, November, December, we could still push much higher right here. That would lead us into this box right here, which is where we are targeting the blow off top to happen for Bitcoin. That is why I'm saying that we should be cautious and we should consider offloading our Bitcoin once it touches this box right here, or the general price target of 150k, and consider putting a portion of that money to altcoins, because that's when alt season is usually expected to happen. And sorry for the background, it's there's a thunderstorm right here, but yeah, you got the point. We are expecting Bitcoin to continue pushing further to the upside until we reach October, November, or potentially December, and we're expecting alt season to happen in about late 2025, so the final months of 2025. So right now we could see a major Ethereum rally. We're expecting Bitcoin to also continue to grind up. But altcoins, for those of you who are wondering about altcoins for the alt season, it's going to happen, but it's just more extended right now. But the plan's still the same. So that is why I'm saying I'm considering, or if I'm a Bitcoin investor, I'll consider selling starting at 136k to 165k. Or if you guys want the general or the average price target, that's 150k. And that's in alignment with the previous topics we've talked about, which is again the Bitcoin dominance, or the logarithmic chart right here in the weekly time frame. So all of that points to Bitcoin essentially moving further into this box right here in the future, potentially late 2025, and then we're going to be having that blow off top right here. Alt season is probably going to happen somewhere over here. So be extra cautious at these moments. But again, if you guys are wondering about alt season, I'm expecting a massive alt season, potentially by nearing the end of the year. So that is basically the quick update I have for Bitcoin and what my thoughts are for Bitcoin. So I appreciate it a lot if you guys drop a like on this video and consider subscribing, because I'll be uploading more of this content in the future to give you guys a deeper insight and to keep you guys about level-headed in the market when times get hypey and when people start chilling. We're here to, talk about things in a level-headed manner. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys.